What's going on, guys? Welcome to Fight Talk. This is the first episode of a new series where I cover interesting topics in the combat sports world. For full transparency, I will be mainly covering MMA and UFC because that's what I mainly watch and follow, but I will touch on big events that happen in other organisations or other combat sports from time to time. Today I'll be covering some of the notable fights that happened at UFC Austin over the weekend, Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte, and also Mike Perry and Eddie Alvarez faced off in BKFC. UFC Austin kicked off at the weekend. In the main event, there was Arman Tsarukyan versus Beneil Dariush. Arman blew through Beneil in 1 minute and 4 seconds. Arman rushed Beneil with a knee up through the middle and then caught him with a flush right hand after. Arman Tsarukyan called for a title chat after, saying, "Hopefully the next title will be for the title. If not, doesn't matter. One more fight, next one, and I'm going to be the champion." Arman has a decent claim to the title in his next fight. He's currently on a 3-fight winning streak with his last loss coming to number 6 ranked Mateus Gamrot. Charles Oliveira is still out injured, so the only other logical person that could possibly overtake Arman for a title shot would be Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is ranked number 2 and he's coming off a KO win against Dustin Poirier. Who do you think deserves a title shot next? Do you think Arman Tsarukyan could really pose a challenge to Islam Makhachev? Let me know what you think in the comments. In the co-main event, Bobby Green was originally supposed to fight Dan Hooker, but Dan had to pull out an injury less than 2 weeks from the fight. Jalen Turner dispatched Bobby Green in 2 minutes and 49 seconds into round 1. The performance from Jalen was perfect, but was tainted by a very poor stoppage from referee Kerry Hatley. Green was very visibly stunned and took 22 unanswered shots to the head before the referee stepped in. Bobby Green holds his head up high after the fight and congratulates Jalen Turner, saying, "You win some, you lose some. I should show people that you gotta keep a G when you win, you gotta keep a G when you lose." Shout out to Jalen, you did your thing, brother. I'm so happy for you. It means the world that you stepped up on short notice and you're having your success. So shout out to you, to all my people. It's just another step in the career. There's ups, there's downs. I'm gonna keep going. I ain't going anywhere. Jalen Turner in his post-fight interview was asked by Daniel Cormier if he thought the fight should have been stopped sooner. Jalen's response was, "I ain't gonna talk down the ref, but yes." I was like, come on, how much more? Jalen moved up 2 places to number 10 in the rankings, while Bobby Green dropped down 1 to number 14. Other notable fights in the card were Davison Figueiredo moving from 125 pounds to fight Rob Font at 135 pounds. It was an impressive performance from Figgy. He was dominant throughout the fight and wobbled Font. Figueiredo moves up to number 8 in the rankings, while Rob Font drops down 1 ranking to number 9. Sean Brady had a dominant display against Kelvin Gastelum when he finished him in round 3 with a Kimura. Sean Brady moves up 2 spots in the welterweight rankings to number 7, while Kelvin Gastelum remains unranked after an unsuccessful debut at his second try at welterweight. Miesha Tate looked like she was back in her prime when she took on Julia Avila. It was an extremely dominant display, which was topped off by a neck crank submission in round 3. So much happened at UFC Austin. It honestly is one of the best fight nights in a very long time, but I can't touch on it all here. But I can't go without mentioning the 2 very impressive slam knockouts. Cody Brundage slammed Dana White's Choosing a Contender Series contract winner Zach Reese into the canvas 1 minute and 49 seconds into round 1. And in the fight before that, Drakkar Klose took on Joe Selecki, where he slammed him into the canvas 1 minute and 41 seconds into round 1. Shockingly, there has only been 24 slam knockouts in the UFC, and 2 of them happened on the same night. It really resembles UFC 228 when Zabit Magomedsharipov and Aljamain Sterling both pulled off superb knee bars back to back. At the time, at that event, there was only 1 ever knee bar in UFC history, and then there was 2 in one night. What is your overall opinion on UFC Austin? Do you think it delivered? Should fight night cards be at this standard from now on? Let me know in the comments. On to other news, Ryan Garcia had his return fight after his unsuccessful title fight against the current WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. He was fighting top contender Oscar Duarte. It was a fight that Garcia was winning comfortably when he stopped him in round 8. Oscar was coming on strong in the later rounds and he wasn't taking a step back against Garcia until Ryan hit him with a swift left hook as he entered. Ryan was asked what was next and would he fight Devin Haney. This was his response. "Oh yeah, for sure, I want to become a champion, so that's my goal. Whoever he sees fit and what that looks like, I trust him." What did you think of Ryan Garcia's performance? Do you see him getting a belt in the future, or is that just a step too far from currently? Let me know in the comments. Last but not least, we had the biggest star in bare knuckle boxing, Platinum Mike Perry, taking on the Underground King, Eddie Alvarez. This fight only went 2 rounds when Eddie's corner called the fight off at the beginning of round 3. For those 2 rounds though, Eddie was getting the better of Mike Perry. He was snapping Mike's head back continuously as Mike Perry just would not take his head off the centre line. But Mike Perry's toughness prevailed and he was declared the winner. Mike Perry is on a 4-fight win streak now in the BKFC and he's beaten 2 former champions in Eddie Alvarez and Luke Rockhold. Mike Perry, after the fight concluded, said he wouldn't mind a rematch with Eddie Alvarez in the future, but he really wants a fight with Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. A definite tough fight. The toughest fight out there would be the original bare knuckle boxer. I watched him on Kimbo Fights in YouTube in high school. I know calling him out could open a whole new world between us, but man to man, for the prize of a lifetime, it would be an honour to bare knuckle fight. It would be a very exciting fight if that ever came to fruition. Mike Perry continues to flourish under the BKFC banner, and it's truly remarkable to see how he's turned his career around after leaving the UFC. How would you see a fight between Jorge Masvidal and Mike Perry going? Do you think this fight goes the distance? As always, let me know in the comments. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a new series I'm starting on my channel. I love talking about and watching everything to do with combat sports. If you enjoyed the video, it'd mean the absolute world to me if you guys could show some support and like the video and subscribe, just so I know you are enjoying it. As always, my TikTok is in the description. I would absolutely love for you guys to check it out. And yeah, hopefully see you in the next video.